The good news is that Mortgage has just launched the Artist Service Store, where you, the artist, independent artist for that matter, can actually go and shop for the services that are related to your need at a particular time as it relates to your music. Mortgage Record, the record label, incorporated into Mortgage Records. It's another brand new day, it's another brand new week, and I want to welcome you back to Bottom Line, the number one program on television network where I bring you inside of more G's operations. As it is today, I've got a very important topic that I want to discuss with you and something very special that I want to show you. The Mortgage official artist store. Before I even get into the Mortgage store, let me talk about the perception about the music business. First, what they want to think about is how to get the music to Sony or BMG or Universal or Warner Bros. Or any of these other big names. What has happened in the process of every artist all over the world, trying to get himself into these entities? What happened is there's much of competition and the whole place is congested and there's no space for anybody to actually operate. So what happened is that we are left with indie artists within the indie music industry who are getting frustrated because there's this word which says get your music out. Get your music out, or how do I get my music out? So this process of getting the music out is exactly why Mortgage is actually at the helm of affairs, trying to change the game, trying to change most of the things and the processes that we're all being used to, that we are depending on certain group of people before we can get our music out there. And think about it, in modern times, they say the game has changed a bit, but I never see anything change because now we're talking about Spotify, we're talking about iTunes, we're talking about still few music publishing, or music distribution. So Mortgage has come again with the Mortgage Artist Service Store with a vision. Let me use that word, vision, of changing the mentality of all of the participants or the practitioners in the music business so that we can be able to think that yes, we can do it on our own, we can sell our music by ourselves, we can have A&R people, we can have promotional people, we can have all of these other things, everything that every component of the music industry, just for us to be able to realize that we can have all of them in one box. Not only in one box, we can actually have people who provide these services. That's exactly what the Mortgage Music Store is all about. Why, for example, the question that people have been asking is that, why the music artists should team up, with indie record label or indie music practitioners like Mortgage. This is very simple question, because if we want to move the industries forward, if we want to move various aspects of the music industry forward, we should also start thinking forward. Because the idea that an artist should just record an album, after recording the album, the only places that that you can send your music through should be Spotify, or should be iTunes, or the next should be you should be depending or waiting for Universal, or waiting for Sony, or waiting for all of these other people who have been there for hundreds of years to come and And the worst part of it is that most indie record labels, when they get started, all of us indie record labels, for example, we also hustling to get into mainstream platforms. On the other hand, there is a thinking that can't we actually do something on our own without running after all these other platforms? Because the whole wide world, how many millions and billions of people living in this whole wide world depend on these very few, less than 100 multinationals to supply the music that the entire musicians in the entire world produces. So it's becoming very cheesy, and it's becoming very, very difficult each and every day for artists to get their music out there. The internet has already been saturated with music that people don't even understand what to do with them anymore. For example, SoundCloud is all over the place. Music is all over the place. So everything is scattered. So that's why Merges, as we always with our tradition at Merges, that we want to come through with something that can be able to make a difference in the life of the musician, and most of all in the music industry, with regard or with special mention to the indie music industry. Yes, why am I always talking about indie music industry? Because as independent people without the multinational grip, which means we are independent, we are free. So in as much as we're all free, we want to stay free like that. That's why we're talking about indie artists, indie music industry, and indie music business. This is what Merges is all about, as you all already know. So right now, today, Merges has come up with something very special that I want to show to you. This is the Merges official store. This is Merges official store. You know, the Merges Music and Media Consulting Store. That's what it's called. It is an official store whereby Merges, this is not a music store. This is not a Merges artist portal where the artists, we sell it, we distribute the artist music. This specifically is a store whereby we have designed to provide certain artist services within the indie music industry. This means that if you're an independent artist and you are looking, for example, of PR services, music distribution services, production, promotion, and all of these other services that embodied the music industry. If you are looking for all of those services, you will definitely find them here at the Merges official artist service store. What do we do at the Merges artist service store? Okay, let's just even get to why do we have to set up an artist service store. Take, for example, the mechanic, the vehicle mechanic, the pharmaceuticals or the fashion brands and all of that. When the fashion designers, when they finish to manufacture their clothing, what do? They send them to the stores. And from the stores, you and I gonna be browsing and definitely shopping for clothing, for shoes, for handbags, for cars, for anything in the entire world, utensils. We go out to shop for them. But in the music industry, there are hardly places where the music artists, the independent, I want to stress this point because we shouldn't be mixing this whole thing. The independent, that are the artists who ain't signed to these few multinationals who are ruling the world of the music industry. So we are independent. Some of us are independent record labels. Some of us are independent music business entrepreneurs. That's exactly who we are. So we are independent. For the fact that we are independent, most of the times we are all struggling. We are struggling to find places where we can find services. Services like artist PR, for example, services like music promotion, media tour, services like, just other simple services that just like consulting, like you need a music consultant, for example, before you even get started recording some of the artists. You will need, or at times you definitely need, a music consultant to help you, to guide you, just to listen to you for the first time in the first place. Before, like, think of recording, there are no places, there are no what we call go-to places for artist services. So taking that into consideration, that's why Morrissey's Records is always innovating, is always creating various platforms where the young musician or the independent artist can always strive. That is the very first or main reason why we have come up with the Morrissey's Artist Service Store. Just like I've explained, the clothing brand, the fashion designers, all of these people, they've got stores where they take their clothing to. And these are the stores where their customers who are wholesalers and who are retailers or who are distributors, customers of all sizes, they go to their stores to buy their wares. But in the music business, we don't have shops, we don't have stores where you can go to go and buy an artist PR service, or to go and buy marketing strategy service, for example. The shop where you can go to some of these whole things, all of these other things that are the components that make up the music business, are actually not really available at any stop shop. So this is why Morrissey's has come up with this artist service store. Yes, what are the products? Let's talk about products. What are the products that are available at the Morrissey's artist service store? If you take into account, the music business, all of the various departments that makes up the music business, as what we call or known as the music industry, take all of them into account, and then you will find that what Morrissey's store is trying to offer is something beyond the ordinary. So what are the products, what are the services that are being offered at the Morrissey's Artist Service Store? Let's take a look at this. We have segmented this store into what we call categories. Categories would mean the shelving format in a normal retail store. So in these categories, we have different products inside of this category. So now when you come to store.morrissey's.com, that's where you need to go to, store.morrissey's.com, or you can actually go through the Morrissey's main website, which is morrissey's.com. Go to services, then you're going to find the store. You click on the store, then it will be taking you down here. You can actually come straight to the store. Just type in on your browser store.morrissey's.com. So when you are here, you're going to find the start page. Then you have first category that you're going to see here is music promotion. Then you've got music distribution. Then you've got artist PR, or you would call it PR consulting services. Then we have production, and then we have magazine ads. As indie artists, this is very crucial because we barely have shops where we can say we're going to buy music promotion services. We haven't found a shop. With Chinatown in every country, you've got Mercedes-Benz in every country. The places and the garages and the dealership and everything. But what about music business? Do we have anything like that? Do we have any places that we can go to and just go shop around for the services that we need? This is crazy, man. So this is why Morrissey's is coming through with the artist service store. So like as I said to you, you've got music promotion. For example, if I have to open up the category of music promotion for you, under music promotion we have simple services like music video promotion. We've got a special promotion pack called the indie artist promotion pack. We've got radio plugin, we've got podcast interview, we've got representation. These are the services that you can actually buy at Merge's team provided services for you. Or you just want to get started in music, you definitely can also use the Merge's production services, which is here on the PR consulting section, which is the PR consulting category, which is a very interesting category when it comes to putting out your music. We've got artist marketing strategy. Not even the digital distribution platforms has that for you. This is a very personal, tailor-made services that focuses on result-driven activities, as related to marketing of your music and your image as an artist. So these are very, very crucial services that you ain't gonna find anywhere. You ain't gonna find a shop that is selling it except at the Merge's Artist Service Store. Then we've got Mediator. This is under PR consultant. This is why I said to you that at Merge's we only want to innovate so that we can move, all of us together, we can move forward the music industry. In other words, we are trying to create, or we can create within ourselves as indie community, as indie record label, indie manager, indie artist. We can start creating all of these things so that we can be able to rely on our own sources, networking of distribution, of sales, of promotion. So this is what Merge's is all about. Just take a look at PR consultant on the Merge's Artist Service Store. We have also music consulting per hour. This is very, very important in order for you to know exactly what to do next. Even before recording, as long as you've thought of it, you're gonna have to hire a music consultant from Merge's. This is music consulting services per hour. This is as simple as that. A music consultant, somebody with experience in the music business, from A&R to marketing to distribution to all of these other things, to strategizing. So a music consultant will be able to sit with you, hear your story, hear your part of the story, then able to channel your story into a proper music journey for you before you even get started. So a music consultant is very important. So that service is actually available at the Merge's Artist Service Store. Then we have PR for artists, music consulting for artists. We've got Mediator for artists. We've got artist marketing strategy, promotional interviews. Then we have press releases, biography writing. On distribution, we have album or mixtape distribution. We have, you can actually sell album downloads or singles downloads or mixtapes. Then remember that as an artist, your merchandise is a very key component. In as much as you have your music, you've got new merchandise, all of those things. We are able to help you to distribute your music all across every platform that Merge's has. Remember, Merge's has got an artist portal, which is mainly for retail download of your music and merchandise, or placing order for your merchandise. Then we have the licensing portal. Then we have the streaming platform. All of this platform will be used to market you or to distribute and retail your product either as a merchandise format or as your music for download or for pre-order of hard copies. However you want to sell your music, Merge's under distribution is able to assist you on the Merge's platforms and beyond. We are also able to assist you with third parties distribution platforms as well, in addition to all of the platforms and stores that Morgis has before you. That's on music distribution on the Morgis Artist Service Store. You definitely need a service of promotional experts who are highly inclined in the promotion of music to help you take you through the journey of your music promotion. Whether you want to promote digitally, or we want to use radio plugin, or we want to use promote your music video on TVs, on in all of the digital spaces that are available. Physical TV, for example, MTV Base and all of these other TV stations worldwide, you're gonna have to visit the Morgis Artist Service Store to get that service. Radio plugin, then we have promotion via podcast, then we have promotion via the Morgis magazine and other blogs and everything. So all of these services that are easily accessible at the Morgis Artist Service Store. Yes, folks, as always, Morgis, we are always thinking ahead, thinking beyond now, as our slogan would say. Yes, folks, that's it from me for now with regards to the Morgis Artist Service Store. My name is Christopher Audley, and I'll be bringing you inside of Morgis week to week with brand new features on the Morgis platforms all across the world. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Bottom Line, and I'm signing off. Peace.